Elkins 2 inches taller. He will have the slightest of reach advantages, 1 inch. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon, the veteran voice, Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 22 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Portage, Indiana, Darren the Damage Elkins. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter holding an undefeated professional record, 11 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Mirsad Bektic. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Chris Coyote.
Just amazing that anyone on the roster could be a -700 favorite against someone like Darren Elkins in the best form of his career. It just shows you how highly thought of Mirsad Bektic is, not just by the odds makers, but really by everybody in the MMA world. So here it is, Mirsad Bektic, yellow trunks, blue hair. Darren Elkins is in the black, and we are underway. Elkins averages 8 takedown attempts per 15 minutes as he eats the right hand there from Bektic.
The speed advantage definitely goes to Bektic when it comes to the striking. So that's what we're going to see here. And when there have been these punching exchanges, the speed of Bektic being used against Elkins.
And he just caught him with another right hand over the top of that left shoulder of Darren Elkins. Darren's got to keep that hand up. There it goes again. He's teeing off on him here. There's a shot. Beautiful takedown. Beautiful timing. And now you see why people are so hyped about this kid. It's the speed, the precision of these movements. He's got so much going for him. And at 26 years of age, he just seems to be better and better every time we see him inside the octagon.
And his top position is his best position, in my opinion. Once he gets these takedowns, he's so powerful on the top with his ground and pound and his control here. I mean, let's see what he can do with a guy like Elkins, because Elkins is hard to hold down and hard to grapple.
He's already moved into side control here. And Elkins is scrambling here and trying to reverse the position. Cut. Bad cut.
Elkins needs an underhook on the right side in order to get up. It was that elbow that landed a Bektic from the side mount position.
A lot of scar tissue around those eyes.
You don't call him the damage for nothing.
So some early adversity here for Darren Elkins, but he has certainly dealt with that in the past and emerged with a win. 3.5 minutes here to go, round 1. John Anik, Joe Rogan, Dominic Cruz on hand for the FS1 UFC 209 prelims. Pay-per-view follows us 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 in the West.
Look at the right shoulder of Bektic on the chin of Darren Elkins. That's what's really causing Elkins a lot of problems, is the way he's got that 3rd point pressure. But now you're seeing Bektic go into this crucifix position. Very, very strong on top here. Great base.
Yeah, this is a bad position for Darren Elkins. He's totally trapped now, and he's bucking, but he's not able to do anything to reverse his position.
And this is locked in right here, Joe. It's not looking good for Elkins right here.
No, because he doesn't really have the power to explode and throw him off. And he's really trapped. He can't really use his arms. His legs aren't helping him. He doesn't have the dexterity to reach over. Now he did a great job there. Did a great job there of using his arm to grab the leg of Bektic and regain half guard. That shows what an experienced veteran Darren Elkins is. Because that was a bad position, and he found the only escape route. And now he is a bloody mess.
Yeah, that blood's starting to become a factor for Darren the Damage Elkins. Just over 2 minutes to go here in round 1.
And Bektic is once again pressing down with his right instep to try to free up his left leg and get out of that half guard position. And in those transitions is where Darren Elkins is going to try to find the movement, try to find the space to explode or to get to a better place. Because as Bektic is pushing down with that instep, he's not in the best place. It's not the most stable base. So he's opening him up with these punches, opening him up with these elbows, but he wants to continue to move to a dominant position. So every time he does that, he presses down with his instep. That's where Elkins has the opportunity to move.
And Bektic here at his relentless best, continuing to apply pressure. And man, is Elkins wearing it now.
Now Elkins has,
that was so nice.
Yeah, he's just doing such a spectacular job of landing shots in these transitions.
the way that he pushed the feet off the hips, the way Bektic pushed the feet of Elkins off his hips and then threw 3 punch combinations from that ground and pound position is not easy to do.
And Darren is a real bloody mess right now as Mirsad Bektic continues to move counterclockwise to try to get out of that half guard position, but he's just doing so much damage while he's doing that. Now he slides out.
In jiu-jitsu, at a certain point, I feel like Elkins is holding himself down, anchoring himself by staying and holding on to that half guard. If he lets go of the half guard and tries to dig an underhook, at least maybe you can create a scramble and not take so much damage from Bektic on the top. But right now, he's literally anchoring himself to the mat by holding on to Bektic's leg in an overhook of Bektic.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Now he's lost the position, but I think this is what he was afraid of, Dom, getting locked into that crucifix once again, and now full guard here for Darren Elkins.
So what a start here in round 1 for the Bosnian-born Mirsad Bektic. A lot of people don't just see him as a future contender, but a future title challenger, if not champion. And, man.
And this is what I mean, Joe. At what point do you just open your guard, put your feet on the hips, and just create a scramble? Because closing your guard and looking for submissions from here is not getting you a win. You're taking a lot of damage in Elkins.
Very good point.
All right, we will stay here between rounds.
Stop the fight. So at a certain point, Elkins needs to be very hasty to try to make something happen, because you never would know when the doctor could come in and stop it with a cut like that.
But how tough is the local 597 pipe fitter, Darren the Damage Elkins?
Oh, they don't get any tougher. But sometimes a real tough guy like that just can take almost too much damage.
Yeah.
And he just got nailed again and taken down easily.
And I know,
incredible.
Bektic is just too quick. He lands the big shot striking. That gets Elkins stuck with the striking, and then it just gives Bektic the takedown whenever he wants to. That's the key to these takedowns. You have to get the respect on your feet first, and the takedowns come flawlessly. But if you don't get the respect on your feet, it's easier to defend the takedowns. But Bektic is landing so much with his striking, it's making the takedowns look simple against Elkins, who is very hard to take down.
Yeah, very hard to take down. And this is a big test for Bektic, as we said, and he is passing it so far with straight A's.
Oh, he's dominating this fight with flying colors.
1 minute gone by here, round 2. Danny Castillo told me that if Darren Elkins could get out of the first round, they felt like he'd be in a good spot. This probably is not what he had in mind as Bektic continues to apply pressure. Total strikes 85-9 thus far.
Guillotine, and now we have Darren Elkins on top. Let's see what happens now. Can he hold this position? Can he do anything with it?
This is where Elkins has been wanting to be since we started this fight, and he created the grappling scenarios to get to a powerful position where he wants to be. And he's beaten so many people here, Joe, in this exact position, and just came back and won after he's taken tons of damage.
Yeah, he's just so tough. You can never count him out because of that. Because he's able to just grind on you and wear on you. And when he feels a guy starting to slow down or starting to tire, Darren Elkins comes alive.
And this is where Bektic's habits cause problems for him. He's probably better in the free-flowing movement like this, but he gets sucked into the grappling because that's where he's comfortable. And that gives Elkins a chance where, really striking, I think Bektic has the path of least resistance so far.
You got to worry about that cut, though, over the right eye of Elkins. Oh, good shot there by Bektic. I mean, it's such a nasty cut. You can conceivably see this fight getting stopped, particularly if it gets worse.
Beautiful shot there by...
Bektic not quite getting it. Darren's almost back up to his feet and back up and has his back now, but slipped off, got too high on the back.
Bektic very fluid with his strikes here tonight. Prevailing wisdom is when his striking starts to catch up with the grappling. This is going to be one of the tougher outs at 145 pounds, certainly proving as much tonight.
But look, Elkins again, holding on to him, turning this into his kind of fight.
Yeah.
This is what, and there's a hard elbow by Darren. But now Bektic rolls, he's gonna grab a hold of the leg, pushes him off, nope, can't get back up to his feet.
And Elkins will attempt submissions off of his back. Actually, no featherweight UFC history has attempted more submissions in the octagon than Darren Elkins. 17 coming in. Elkins coming up on 3 hours of fight time in the octagon.
Elkins again looking for a guillotine.
He's looking for an anaconda here. He's trying to switch off, but he looks like he's going to lose it because Bektic's getting him over to the side. Now he's passes to side mount.
Yeah, he didn't really have the hands clasped together correctly. He was hoping to kind of...
I think he was going to try for a guillotine in the transition, and he just missed it because Bektic felt it.
Half guard here, just over a minute to go, round 2.
And there's that 3rd-point pressure again, Joe. Look at this shoulder and the neck of Elkins. That makes it impossible for Elkins to get to a hip, and it keeps Elkins flat on his back where Bektic can use his ground and pound and also use the top 3rd-point pressure to really keep Elkins pushing through the floor. I mean, that shoulder is so key in this half guard and side mount position, and Bektic does it well.
Yeah, Bektic has tremendous control, and he moves so smoothly into that crucifix position as well. He's just so good at holding guys down. One of the interesting things, though, is that as these guys get slipperier, and the blood is going to make him even more slippery. The sweat, the blood, and it could potentially open up scramble possibilities. But look at this. Moves into side control, but again, Darren Elkins gets half guard once again.
Well, I feel like Darren Elkins before he tries to put that right leg into butterfly again and try to get out of the half guard, he needs a right underhook first. Otherwise, Bektic's just going to keep countering the butterfly.
Right, and you would like to see him scramble more. You
well,
think that's better
he's not winning here is my thing. And at what point are you trying a submission or just getting beat up from the bottom?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good, up easy, guys. Last round coming up, guys. Last round. Last round.
This
buddy,
man is
last
so
round.
tough. It's incredible, bro. I mean, it's like nothing even happened to him.
3rd and final round, Darren Elkins. You do not break Darren Elkins.
Last round, guys.
Mirsad Bektic has tried everything to get him out of there. Here we are, 3rd and final round. Bektic in the center of the octagon in yellow. Darren Elkins in black and white smeared with red.
Yeah, they don't get any tougher. Oh, he kicked him low.
You good? Time. Darren, right over here.
Inadvertent low kick.
Right over here, man. You good? You need time? Okay.
Bektic has 5 minutes with which to recover. We'll take another look.
Let's see that again. The crowd didn't really like that. Let's take a look at that one more time, please.
Good.
Maybe sounded a little worse than it looked.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly grazed it. We heard the cup slap. Very classic stance for Mirsad Bektic. Hands up high. Good left hook right hand there.
I mean, Elkins eats shots that would drop lesser featherweights. Unbelievable chin on Darren Elkins. His last 7 fights in the UFC have gone the distance. Shot here from Bektic. He has taken down all of his UFC opponents at least twice, 3 of 5 tonight.
See, now, as Bektic engages Darren Elkins like this and leaves his neck out there, this gives Darren Elkins a chance to scramble. I mean, this is where Darren Elkins has a chance to win this fight. Something can happen here. Look.
I couldn't agree more, Joe. I think that Bektic's giving Elkins the only shot he has to win by grappling with him.
Yeah, it's really weird because he's lighting him up on the feet. He's so much faster.
But that explains how good he is on his feet, but how comfortable he is actually grappling. That's his first asset. That's where he's comfortable and resting in his own mind.
It's really interesting because he's putting himself into bad positions. Because on the feet, he's just like 2 steps ahead of Darren. And look at this. He goes for the takedown, but look, Darren's stuffing it now, and stuffing it well. I mean, Bektic is forcing himself into Darren's best position.
And this comes down to where your comfort zone is, Joe. I mean, Bektic is clearly winning on the feet, path of least resistance, landing more, barely getting hit at all, and he's going to the grappling because he's comfortable here, whether he's losing or winning or not.
Well, now he's got it. He got the takedown here right in front of us.
And he's continued to get it. And realistically, he's done well from the top 2, so it makes sense to go for the takedown.
He certainly has, but it really has been the only opportunity that Darren has had to be successful.
Agreed.
They've all come from these scrambles. And Bektic again with that great top pressure, good use of the shoulder. But look, Darren's scrambling. Darren's got the knee. He's got that leg locked up. He's got that heel hook. He's got a heel hook. It's too low. It's too low. He does not have it. He doesn't have it anymore. It's too close to the crotch. He's got to adjust and get deeper. But at least he's on top.
He's got that front headlock too. Elkins really likes his position. He's strong here. And this is what you were talking about, Joe, where Bektic gives him a shot. Now Elkins is in a positive position that he wants to be.
Yeah, he's doing damage here.
And could Elkins get here if they were staying on the outside striking is the question.
Good point. Or could he get here if he tried to take Bektic down?
I don't know.
Might not be able to.
Bektic is too quick, I think.
Yeah.
So that's experience, I'd say, on Bektic's part. A little bit of lack of experience on Bektic's part to go into this fight.
And experience in deep water. And that is what Darren Elkins is all about, deep water. This kid breathes underwater.
Couldn't agree more, Joe.